Right, hello everyone. I just want to do a quick video about a trade idea I've got at the moment for corn. But before I begin, I'd just like to ask if you don't, if possible, if you could just like the video and maybe subscribe to the channel. It would be a massive help, massive help. So thank you for anybody that can do that. Right, so I just want to discuss corn quickly. It's something I've got my eye on right now. Um, right, we'll go over the fundamentals first, and then I'll discuss the technical side of things. Right, so when it comes to the COT report, when it comes to corn, um, if anyone's watched any of my videos before, you will know that I talk about the commercials, the smart money, which is the blues, and they tend to be on the opposite side of the trade, this red line here, which are the retailers. But when it comes to a certain small number of, um, it's agriculture um, instruments, then with some of them, they just tend to be they trade at the same. They're on the same side of the trade. So as you can see, we've got like a peak, a low here. The red and the blue are there together, and then it comes up. As you can see, so when it comes to the corn, the COT report, reading it is just a little bit different. So anyway, so how I like to do the COT report with corn is I just look for the extremes. So I'm just looking for, because they combine, the both of them are trading with each other. If we've gotten peaks, then I'm looking to buy. When it comes down low, I'm looking to sell. So as it stands right now, let's expand this. This goes back to 2002, 2001 here at the end. As you can see, just here inside this rectangle, they like the extreme peaks. But still, I would class this here as still, going back 3-4 years, it is still quite bullish. So the commercials are doing a lot of buying. But saying that though, the price has dropped slightly. Means the amount of contracts has been dropping slightly over the weeks. But I would still class that as pretty bullish. We did have a little spike up here from the 17th to the 24th. So yeah, so in my eyes, that's quite bullish. Let's switch on to the valuation tool. Now, like again, I've already explained this in other videos, but this green line here, and once these two lines, which the yellow line is gold, and the blue line is the US dollar. So it's just these lines. It's the price of gold and the dollar compared to corn. So once we come close to or touch this green line, it's classed as corn is classed as undervalued, and if these lines come up towards the top, the red, then it's classed as overvalued. Now, with it being an uptrend, as we go, look, pivot. This is an uptrend. This is a daily chart. It's on a daily uptrend at least. So this valuation tool, it's best when it comes to it works well with trend following. So if this price does come down a little bit further, I'll show you on my technical the zones I'm looking at. These two lines here, gold and the dollar, will come a bit lower. If it touches the green or gets close to, then that's another buy signal. Now the other fundamental tool right now is the seasonality. So this is going back 10 years, comparing what's happened with the price of corn. So this is today's date, the 17th of December. Now this doesn't mean that it's guaranteed to happen, but it's just like a small, like it can be an extra piece of evidence for me to help me decide on whether to buy or you know, just swerve it all together. So anyway, yeah, let me just get back to it. So we've got the 17th of December, yeah, January, and then this is estimating a nice climb up until peak around the 6th of March. But I've got a little dip between then, so I'm looking at that. So the 17th of mid-February next year, should be a nice steady climb there. There will be ups and downs. There's no, like I say, there's no guarantees though. It's going to work out that way, but let's just hope. So yeah, so I like this look at the COT. The valuation is looking promising, and the seasonality is looking good also. So let's look at the technicals now. what I like to do is I like to look at I'll plot me entry on the 1 day chart, maybe go down to like the 16 hours, but I like to just mark out the zones also on the higher time frame chart. So I've marked the zone here on the monthly, as you can see. And then that's covered on the weekly, which is a good thing, and then it's covered on the daily. So all the monthly, the weekly, and the daily all have the same zone shown, which in my opinion makes the zone a lot stronger. It's more likely to get the bounce that I've been looking for. So when it comes to the monthly chart, I'd say we've been in a monthly downtrend since April 22. But then you could also argue here that we're in a monthly uptrend because we got the pivot here in August, July of 20. We've got high low is just here. That's what August of last year, and they've got another high low which is August this year. So you could argue both ways. So yeah, and when it comes to the weekly, let's check the weekly. I'd say that's sideways. But what I'm looking at here is I'm anticipating this is this is going to be an uptrend now. So why I'm saying that is we got the low here, we got a higher low here, and another pivot here, which is So to me, that looks like that is now in a weekly uptrend. And let's zoom that in a little bit. So on the weekly, I've marked out a number of charts. This one here is major. I don't think we're going to drop down to that price now, if my analysis is correct. We're on an uptrend, but this is like a major zone. But I'm going to forget that for the time being. So I've got my eye on these two just here. And now what I would have to decide is where to enter. As we can see here, we've got like indecisive candles, which is a zone, and then an unbelievably good explosive candle to the upside. So yeah, that looks really good to me. And then we've got a I wouldn't say it's quite as good quality, this zone, but it's still a zone nonetheless. We got the candles in, nice indecisive candle, and then a decent move to the upside. Not quite as good as this, but still movement upwards. What I would do to enter this, I'm going to combine the two zones together for my entry. So I'm just hoping that the price will come down a bit further. I've actually set what I would probably look to enter in would be around, I think this is it, the 420 mark. That's what I'd be looking to engage. Let me just go down now to the daily quickly. As we can see, we've got a big gap here, so I'm just waiting for this price. It's more than likely now to just keep coming down and fill this gap. The unfulfilled orders, they act like magnets. And here's my zone, my two zones on the daily, which I did. As you can see, this is a nice zone here. We got the legs in, making the size of candles, and then we got explode outwards. Again, a level on top of level. Another one here, but like I say, I'd be looking to enter. It's already got an alert set here. 424. Let me just say where I would have my stop loss. Stop loss would be roughly around the 416 mark. But yeah, the 416 mark is where I'd be looking to stop out. So yeah, basically that's it. I just wanted to do a really quick video, quick analysis on how I go about things and what my view is on this potential trade. Now I just want to say one last thing. This is not financial advice, so yeah, take it easy. I hope somebody liked the video. Peace out, bye.